This week, former PayPal CEO Bill Harris called the cryptocurrency, quote, the greatest scam in history, noting that it is a pump and dump scheme unlike anything the world has ever seen.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Patrick, and today we're going to be going over a few things related to the dump that happened where Bitcoin lost nearly $300 billion of its market cap overnight, as well as the new tax that Biden announced, which in my opinion caused this major dip that we are in now. But before we get started, if you guys enjoy any of my crypto videos that I upload, be sure to hit that like button to help support the channel, as I do appreciate every last like and dislike that I receive. So starting off, we are going to be looking at Bitcoin's dip, which fell to around $47,875, and we're kind of now bouncing back between the $45,000 to $50,000, $51,000 mark. Some people estimate that Bitcoin will continue its dump, and I highly disagree. We are currently in a correction, so dips will happen, and it's up to you what you are going to do during these types of dips. Are you going to buy the dip, or are you going to wait it out? That I will leave up to you guys. I've been buying personally the dips and will continue to do so as crypto is booming everywhere you look, and it's not going to be going away anytime soon. This is not a buy or sell signal or anything like that. This is just me and my opinion personally, what I'm going to be doing during these dips. With this dip, Bitcoin's market cap fell from a little over $2 trillion to just around $1.7 trillion, making it a near $300 billion market cap loss. Though I do believe it will bounce back and get back up to its all-time high before this bull market reaches its course, and if not even breaking all-time highs before this bull market is over. This could potentially even hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Also, with that huge market cap loss, over $3.4 billion in long positions of Bitcoin was liquidated, meaning that a lot of traders that were trading Bitcoin at the time that had long positions in were liquidated, their accounts completely gone because of this dip. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos pop up and news articles about Bitcoin and if it intends to go to zero, which Bill Harris did back in 2018.
This week, former PayPal CEO Bill Harris called the cryptocurrency, quote, the greatest scam in history, noting that it is a pump and dump scheme unlike anything the world has ever seen.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks. Reading through this op-ed, it's sort of the bear case, the critic's case that has been put forth for a long time. It's not accepted as a means of payment. There's no store value because of the volatility in price. It has no intrinsic value. Is it possible, though, Bill, that perhaps Bitcoin has not yet found its use as a cryptocurrency yet, and that we're looking at the United States where there are numerous ways of digital payment and the use of dollars is reliable and good, and we're not looking at other markets that need an alternative currency such as the emerging markets?
Well, sure, but even in emerging markets, might as well use dollars, euros, or existing currencies if the local currency is subject to hyperinflation.
You are out there in Silicon Valley, and you probably hear a lot of the venture capitalists expound on the virtues of Bitcoin and blockchain, et cetera. Is there anything about this that you think is not a scam, or do you think that everybody's just sort of drinking the Kool-Aid?
Well, yeah, so there's a lot that's not a scam, but yes, everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. I think, just a couple of days ago, somebody relatively prominent said Bitcoin is bigger than the internet, bigger than the Industrial Revolution.
Was that Tim Draper?
Well, I didn't want to mention his name, but yes.
Okay. Hi, Bill. It's Karen.
And he's also saying that in 4 years it'll appreciate to the point where the Bitcoin or Bitcoin and all cyber or cryptocurrencies will be worth about half of the entire S&P 500. There's no relation between value and usefulness. And on the usefulness side, let me just, there's the currency, like Bitcoin, and then there's the technology, like blockchain. Blockchain technology has terrific applications, including financial transactions. But we don't need a new currency to do it. And by the way, there's no reason that a new currency should instantly have, billions of dollars of value.
Hey, Bill, it's Karen. Let me ask something. I read your piece. I agree with almost everything you said on the ICO market, but Bitcoin itself, a lot of the arguments you made, one can make them for gold. And yet gold exists as a part of people's portfolio. You can't really transact very well in it. You can transact much easier in Bitcoin. And it's only a store of value. It's not as volatile, but it's been around a lot longer. And then I mean, these are properties that Bitcoin has as well, and people think of it as an asset class, which Bitcoin is sort of emerging as. So how do you differentiate between gold and Bitcoin?
Well, I think similarly, gold is, yes, an asset, but not something that generates revenue or profits. It's just something that sits there. And it's got a long history of being something that people will look to for stability. And in fact, it has reasonable stability in price, at least vis-a-vis something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, where does the value come from? Well, if it's not an effective means of payment, if it's not a great store of value, and I don't think it is either one of those things, because at very least the volatility, well, then what makes it valuable? People say scarcity. There's no more than 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be minted. Fine. My autograph is scarce. I can promise that I will never autograph a piece of paper more than 21 million times, but it doesn't make it valuable.
Well, the network effect could make it valuable, right? And if you think about, listen, we could sit here and go back and forth on that. I just want to ask you a quick question, Bill. Jack Dorsey, obviously the founder of Square, recently said he thinks the world's going to have a single currency, and he thinks it's going to be Bitcoin. But more importantly, he said the internet's going to have a single currency. Isn't there some truth to the potential for that if you think of digital age that we are kind of immersing in and how important money is in that?
Well, sure. I absolutely believe that that money should be digital, is becoming more digital, and will be effectively completely digital. Doesn't mean we need a new currency to record that.
Not only did she point out that there's no use as Bitcoin as a payment system,
Not accepted as a means of payment. There's no store of value because of the volatility in price.
that was completely wrong back then. This was in 2018, even, and Bitcoin was still being used. So the fact that they all came out and said that the media, I don't know what their plan was, but they were completely wrong. Bitcoin was at 9,000. They were telling people not to get into Bitcoin, a lot of different media outlets, and they were wrong, and they shouldn't have done that, because look at Bitcoin now. It's already hit 60,000, wherever, 50,000, 60,000, whatever you want to put it at. And, it's not going to get back to zero. It probably won't ever hit zero, even near it. So, the fact that they said that, it mind boggles me. But hopefully you guys did enjoy that little clip. He pointed out, and boy was he wrong. He not only predicted it would drop in value, but he also thought Bitcoin would go to nothing, which in everyone's defense in the crypto area is near impossible. Now, why would it be impossible for Bitcoin to hit zero? Well, because everyone would have to stop using it, which I don't see that happening anytime soon or in the foreseeable future either. We would have to cut out Bitcoin completely, which would mean crypto casinos not using it as a payment source, wallets would have to get rid of the asset and deem it not tradable, and yada yada yada. You get the idea. When I hear people talk about Bitcoin's chance of hitting zero, I laugh. Bitcoin can definitely go lower and dump, but it won't ever hit zero, and I would take anyone's money for a bet on that. On that note, Paxos has become the third bank to federally regulate crypto. They scored a trust charter with the U.S. Office of the Controller of Currency, or otherwise OCC. Now, with this approval, Paxos joins Anchorage and Protego in becoming the only national trusts that were born in the ecosystem. Now, I'm sorry if I pronounced any of those wrong. I'm not the best at pronouncing, but this right there in itself marks a great turning point for a cryptocurrency. Now, Bitcoin is currently down 9.1% since Friday, but it is up, however, still 67.9% since the start of this year. Now, with Bitcoin's dip, a lot of other crypto altcoins got hit hard, with some losing as much as 80% in their value within the week, and some are even having a hard time getting back up. This marks a good time for the dip buyers, personally, to get greedy, because once the altcoins gain back control, who knows where they might head. You never know if they pass all-time highs and make even newer ones. Now, the overall crypto market lost more than $300 billion in Friday's trading session after reports surfaced that President Joe Biden would seek to raise capital gains taxes on millionaire investors to fund other policy initiatives. There is still more information coming out on this tax that they announced, so I do not have too much to share right now. However, Tim Draper, the founder and managing partner of Draper Associates, raised concerns about productivity. He quoted, and this is quoting, "I just think, what are they thinking? Because actually higher taxes tend to lower revenue. So right now they need a lot of revenue. They're printing money, and if you bring in higher taxes, it lowers the motivation of the people. If you're working towards some goal, you're a startup and you're saying, I'm going to build something of great value. and then you realize the government takes more than half of it, you're working through July before you even have started to work for yourself, and the motivation starts to dwindle. On that, I think we will see a bit more of a dip, but these are not necessarily bad things in my opinion, as they are opportunities to get in at better prices. Now, thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm going to start uploading more frequently, and if you guys do enjoy my videos, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below, as I really do appreciate every last one. I know this was a quick video, but I've been making kind of longer videos. In previous videos, I've been doing 10, 12, 15-minute videos. I don't want to do that, as I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to start uploading more frequently, and that's going to have to be me shorting the videos a bit more, but otherwise I'm going to start uploading almost every day here. But the final question for the end of the video is, what do you guys think of the new tax? I mean, I don't have too much information on it, as it was just announced as that they will be bringing it in. But is it a good thing, or just another thing that, good old Biden can use to shit on us with in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I know this was a quick video, however, I did want to address the dip, as I've been seeing so many articles about its fall, and I thought I had to. But thanks so much for supporting the channel, you guys. Have a wonderful day, trading and investing week, and take care.